We are live. All right, shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, we would like to give all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash, and a sincere salutations to the hopeful elect, the Tabernacle of David, you Akim, pushing this truth to the four corners of the earth in all truth, faith, and sincerity, and also a healthy shalom to the few Aqua that are listening and learning. All right, Lord's willing, today's lesson and camp be edifying, all right? So we're out here another day in the last days of America, Babylon the Great, to continue to prophesy against this wicked kingdom, okay? And to also filter these prophecies with the news that we're receiving on a daily basis. That's showing us that this empire has a very limited amount of time left, okay? A very limited amount of time left. So I'm just gonna jump to 1 Thessalonians 5:1 just to kind of kick it off, and then we'll get it on and popping.
This is 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord out of one so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right, the day of the Lord is coming as a thief in the night to those of you that are not watching.
A good example of that is right now, all hell is breaking loose, and you got somebody, lonely fan, starting it up around the lake. That's the state of Babylon.
Yeah, on this.
You mentioned how America is known as a kingdom. It's really a queendom. Mm-hmm. And it's time for this whore to come and sit on the ground.
Khan.
She's exposed. My bad. Salaki, my bad.
So, like the brother was saying, man. Okay, hey, it's time. It's time, ultimately, for this whore to get the judgment that she so anxiously deserves from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. But right, of the times and of the seasons, man, if you're not paying attention, if you continue to be stuck in this bread and circus, this Easter Sunday, you know, dressed to impress, I call it, because, you know, on Easter Sundays, people get in their finest.
Oh, kind.
You know?
That's what she's doing, because she got on white.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yep. To the point where people don't even want to go to church if they don't have a new Easter outfit. You know what I mean? That's the people in the world.
She got a lonely fan special for the Easter Sunday.
God.
She running a discount special.
Oh man. So what I wanted to
Salakia, man. But see, it's beautiful because you know, America's supposed to be this great Judeo-Christian society founded upon Judeo-Christian principles. We're even talking about it on the way up here. Even at work, that's like hospitality, water cooler, polite talk. Oh, what are you doing for Easter Sunday and this, that, and the third, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Doesn't Easter go back to the Bible and so-called God?
Yeah, last time I checked.
But you people, majority of you don't even believe in God. You're atheists.
Yeah.
And then if you do call yourselves believing in God, you don't believe on the true God of the Bible, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know, you believe in that Christian dogma, the other white meat, which is lies. You know.
Yeah.
So they're really hypocrites, man. And a day like this shows the hypocrisy. You know.
Exactly. It shows the hypocrisy. So what I wanted to touch on was something the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth had said in an interview, and that I had to look up and get more information on. So in an interview, the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said,
Pete Hegseth, yes.
Hegseth said there will be no mercy and there will be no quarter. And I've never heard that saying before, no quarter. All right, no quarter. So I went to go look it up. And no quarter basically goes into, or the meaning, it says no quarter means refusing to show mercy, sparing no lives, or taking no prisoners during a conflict, often implying a fight to the death. Okay? And this is what your defense secretary used, speaking on the war with Iran. Okay?
He's not the defense secretary because they don't have a Department of Defense anymore.
Mm-hmm.
He's the war secretary because they.
You got it?
You got it.
No, Salaki, I interrupted your speech.
You got it. That's the point. There is no more Department of Defense. They're the Department of War. As you can see, that's the spirit that's on America. Babylon the Great is one of war. But, hey, America's in for a rude awakening. Hey, we were talking about how America is the whore. It's spoken about in Revelation. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And what is a whore all about? Deception, fraud, deceit, just like the modern day woman. She's all about angles, filters, makeup, sorcery, witchcraft. That's the spirit of Babylon. Deceit, skullduggery, fuckery. You know?
Yep. Kind.
And I mention that because what are you seeing now? The whore is exposed. America is one big facade. They like to call these other third world nations so-called paper tigers. America's a paper tiger. You know? You seeing that. Your so-called unstoppable, impenetrable Air Force, how's that working out for you? You're exposed. And you're looking so weak because what did I say in the chat? All that Top Gun, you know, Tom Cruise, that shit's all bull. That's all Hollywood, man. See, Esau like to do these little flyover parades and shit, where they doing all type of air drills and shit. You know, flying upside down, you know, doing all this shit, loop shit. What happened to all of that shit just now with your so-called three F-35s get shot down, some Black Hawks? What happened to your so-called strong military, your strong technological advancements? Nigga, you ain't had no flares? Y'all didn't run no fucking evasion drills? You see all that Star Wars bullshit? Going flying and, you know, and blowing up the Death Star. We seeing this bullshit. It's all Hollywood. You being that impenetrable Air Force ain't looking so strong. You being taken down with small technology. The planes are emitting heat, right? You can't stop the heat from being emitted, and they're scanning. They're hitting you with fucking heat-seeking missiles.
Yep.
You can't hide. So what does that mean? Guess what? There goes your air campaign. What's going to happen? Boots on the fucking ground, as we've been saying. Joel chapter 2, verse 20. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is gathering you to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat. You're being gathered to Western Asia, the so-called Middle East, that Saudi Gulf region, moreover the Strait of Hormuz, to what? Enter into World War III. And all these nations are being gathered. And there will be boots on the ground. There's already boots on the ground. But things are about to escalate. Things are about to spiral out of control. What did I say? All that facade Top Gun shit? Nah, nigga, mano a mano. Boots on the ground. Shoot a fair one. All your fucking, what you gonna bring in the Navy? That shit gonna get blasted out of the straits like nothing. We in beautiful times. Meanwhile, they over there lonely fansing it up, dotting it up on this so-called holy Easter Sunday, which has nothing to do with the God of the Bible, nothing to do with Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, so-called Jesus Christ. First and foremost, what the fuck does little rabbits laying eggs have to do with Christ? And rabbits don't lay eggs. So that's a fucking one big lie. And you can thank this devil for that. That's what this devil does, deceive. Teach you nothing but lies since birth, since school. What they say, Jack and Jill went up the hill.
To have a little fun?
No, not that one. The cow jumped over the moon, ran away with the fork and the spoon. What type of bullshit is that? That's a reggae song, Mr. Money Man. He said, from youth, they taught us their lies, man. The cow jumped over the moon. He said, well, guess what, Mr. Money Man? The laborers all of them that reap down your fields, they're coming for your ass. You know? So you better run away to your fucking saucer and your spoon, nigga. Run away to the moon.
Hey, the only thing I can think about.
Because we coming for you, big boy. Yahweh Shai Hamashiach is coming for you. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the King of Terrors. He's on you. Or the destroyer of the Gentiles. He's gathering them as we speak. You see it. And it's going to be a good old-fashioned fair one.
Con.
And all these nations about to get tapped in. All of you trying to get around it. Spain, you NATO nations. Nah, nigga, that's what y'all about.
Yeah.
No, that's what the treaty was about, nigga. Don't run now.
Yep.
Don't run now.
Yep.
Keep that same energy when you was running up in Afghanistan, you was running up in Iraq, you was running up in Vietnam. Keep that same energy. Take your ass up into Iran. Go get that oil like DJ Gump said. Go get your own oil.
Go get it. Go get it.
We waiting
Exactly.
for you, big boy.
Go get it.
My bad, Salaki.
Nah.
We in beautiful times, man. It's a beautiful time to be alive, to see the return of the Lord, and we witnessing the downfall of our enemy. The dollar's collapsing, the job economy's fucking through, these people through. We in beautiful times.
We in two beautiful times. The only thing I can think of when the brother was talking about Top Gun and these Hollywood productions is
Maverick. Where's your Maverick set, nigga?
I keep thinking about the movie. I think it was either Black Hawk Down or Behind Enemy Lines, because they have an American that's behind enemy lines. Man, his aircraft went down in Iran.
They rescued 2 of them or 3 of them.
One of them. They got
two of them. Last I checked this morning, correct me if I'm wrong, y'all could correct me. They rescued 2 of them, I believe.
And
one was like a colonel, a high-ranking, you know.
Hey, and you know, one was still behind enemy lines, and they
got
put
him.
bounties on his head.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And in the movies, when you see like the movie Behind Enemy Lines or Black Hawk Down, it's one, you know, American Edomite taking on the whole military, man. You know,
He's called Rambo.
Rambo, Chuck Norris.
It's bullshit.
Exactly. A whole bunch of bullshit.
Steven Seagal type shit, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Commando type. It's all bullshit. And we seeing it.
Bullshit.
It's all Hollywood. It's all make-believe. See? These Babylonians, they don't dwell in reality. They live in la-la land. They live in make-believe land. They believe, look at Trump. Trump is a pathological liar. He's flip-flopping every goddamn day, so much so they turned him taco. Always chickening out.
Yeah.
His the way he feels towards things changes day by day. You know? I thought this war was gonna be over in 10 days, man. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was gonna be over when you feel it in your bones. Which one is it? Now you give them ultimatums and shit. You're gonna bomb them back to the Stone Age? Which I got a quick, real quick about that. See, the prophecies are there's so many precepts, man. The prophecies are screaming, especially about Esau and his pride and his terribleness. They have deceived them. And these Babylonians, they just drink up all the propaganda, all the bullshit. This is this says Iran responds to Trump's comment on Truth Social, because we know he liked to go crazy with them Twitter fingers. You know, but that was his spirit the last time he was in office. That's why they took his fucking account. You know, he be doing late night tweets and shit. Can't sleep at night, up, and them uppers and downers got his ass up 24/7. You know, always on social media too. You know.
God.
So it says, Iran responds to Trump's comment that he plans to return them to the Stone Age. It is you who are taking your soldiers to their graves.
Damn.
As we've been saying, they're going to the meat grinders. That's prophetic.
Yeah.
That's why there's going to be a draft. Because we seeing it. They're going to have to shoot a fair one. And you dealing with urban warfare. Bloody. That's gonna be a long, drawn out battle. And have you seen Iran? All them fucking did you see them where they bombed that and shit? Did you see how it looks? A bunch of fucking skyscrapers and shit. So imagine a bunch of snipers and niggas with ARs, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You in one building, he in another building, block to block. It's gonna be bloody, man.
They got home field advantage.
Not to mention they talking about bombing the grid. They talking about bombing the fucking desalination plants. So that whole Gulf region about to be in an uproar. So all them that shit finna be. You see why it's gonna be a meat grinder. You see, all them nations gonna have to tap in.
They're not gonna have no choice.
And why? Because the whole global economy is coming to a screeching halt.
Mm-hmm.
Salakia.
Yeah, they're gonna have to tap in, and ultimately America can't defend its allies, man. So its allies are gonna have to come to the fight themselves.
Hence why I was telling you, don't be surprised if some of them Arab nations turn upon the whore, as it is written in Obadiah. They that eat thy bread have laid a deadly wound. All the men of thy I'm watching it, but come on, huh? You know, yeah, like the United Emirates, as we said, because they're literally across the water from Iran. So don't be and they're get Obadiah, man. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready for it.
They're brothers, you know. Oh, India. A lot of people don't realize India. They're Elamites, just like Iran. They're Elamites, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's
so
going.
they're brothers. Even them dot heads and them they're the same nation.
It's gonna be in their best interest to side with Iran because they're too close not to, man.
So like I said, the United Emirates, don't be surprised if they tap in with Iran and the BRICS nations, because we know Iran is not alone per Ezekiel 38. A major ally of Russia, of Iran, who are the Persians, are going to be what? Gog and Magog, Russia, China, North Korea, the BRICS nations. So don't be surprised if the United Emirates, because they're pretty much through. Kuwait, don't be surprised if they tap in.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Hey man, it's about to get nasty.
Real nasty and real fast.
It is. It's already getting nasty fast. So it says, it is you who are taking your soldiers to their graves, not Iran, whom you seek to drag back to the Stone Age. Hollywood delusions have so poisoned your minds that with your paltry 250-year history, you threaten a civilization over 6,000 years old. Because again, the Iranians, they descend from the Persians, and they actually know their history, unlike the Israelites, where we lost our identity. A lot of them Iranians, they're fully aware that they descend from the Darius, the Medes, you know? They're familiar with their history of being a warlike people. A lot of nations try to take over that land. Persia,
yeah,
the Mongols and shit, and yeah, a lot of times they've been invaded by outside. So they're a war-tested nation, you know, and it's only befitting because they're gonna come up against the whore, the beast.
Yeah.
So Salakia. You got Obadiah?
Yeah. You ready for it?
Khan.
Obadiah 1 and verse 7.
Start at 1.
Obadiah from the top.
You want me to read it and you speak?
No, I got it. It reads, the vision of Obadiah.
Hey, you can speak on it next week. I've been speaking. Go ahead.
You got it. I'm fine reading.
No, you speak on it. Go ahead.
Okay. Then go ahead. You can read then. That way I don't have to.
This is Obadiah, which there's only one chapter in Obadiah. It's the shortest book in the Bible for you Jeopardy enthusiasts. One chapter long, and Obadiah is dedicated to a particular nation, the nation of Esau, Edom.
Mm-hmm.
Because contrary to popular belief, contrary to the misnomer that there's I don't know how many races there are, black, white, Chinese, and all this other stuff, those are modern day social constructs. Prior to, I'll say, hasn't even been maybe 500 years, because I'll say around the Renaissance. That's when that whole concept of categorizing people by color came about. So, but prior to that, you were categorized by your nation of origin, your nationality, and that's what the Bible deals with. The Bible deals with nations. When God created man upon earth and started to multiply them and separate them, because that's what God did. He separated man. He made different nations. In particular, moreover, he made 17 nations, but actually 18 nations. And he put one nation to rule over all the other 17 nations, which that nation would be Israel. Okay, and then you got the 17 other heathen nations. So there are no races. There's biblical national class identification. All right. Where was I going with that? So again, the book of Obadiah is the shortest book in the Bible, and it's dedicated to one particular nation upon the face of the earth, who categorize themselves in modern terms as what? Caucasian white people, Europeans. They would be biblically identified as Edomites, which the word Edom in the Hebrew means red. They are the red people. Contrary to popular belief, the North American Indians, they're not red. They're different shades of brown, just as Adam was, just as all the nations were, all the people were in the beginning. We were all brown, because that's what Adam means, Adama. He was made from the ground. When you Google rich soil, it's what color? Brown. The richest soil is actually a very, very dark brown. Okay?
Facts.
It's actually a curse not to have pigment, not to have melanin. What does melanin do? What does hue do? Like they like to say we're all human. No, we're not all human, because not all of us have hue. Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, does not have pigment. He does not have hue. He does not have melanin. That's why he gets skin cancer. That's why he gets melanoma. He's cursed from the earth. Going back to Cain. That was the mark that God put upon Cain for slaying his brother Abel. Fast forward, Esau Edom is known for what? Wanting to slay his brother Jacob. The Israelites, you tribes. So again, all over the place, but hopefully it's edifying. Obadiah is the shortest book in the Bible, and it's dedicated to the red man, the caveman, Esau Edom. You want to add something?
Nah, yeah, that's pretty much it.
So again, Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord, out of one, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, concerning Edom.
Con. Yeah, this is the vision.
This is the
prophecy.
The prophecy of what's going to happen to the self-proclaimed white man. And we're in the time of this vision being fulfilled. We're at the time of Esau receiving his judgment. Because as I mentioned before, Esau, the spirit that's on the Edomites, is really the spirit that was on Cain. And what happened to Cain? Cain killed his brother Abel over giving a righteous offering, a righteous blessing, a righteous sacrifice. He was jealous over his brother. And what happened? God put a curse upon him, you know? But he didn't bring judgment upon him right away. He put a hedge of protection upon him, you know? He said that if anybody takes vengeance upon Cain, that what would happen? Vengeance would fall upon them sevenfold.
Yep.
So that's what happened to Esau. He's had a hedge around him. For the last centuries, he's been able to get away with murder, literally. Starting with the Greeks, the Romans, and the modern day Romans, which is this modern day empire. He's been running a muckshot in the earth, raping, pillaging, you know? He's been ruling, going back to his blessing, the sword. Taking peace from the earth, because he's the red horse in Revelation, oppressing the people, raping the land, pillaging the land, destroying the earth. As it tells you in Revelation, the time has come to destroy them that destroy the earth. That's the time that we're in. We're in the time of Esau Edom's judgment. And he's fallen from heaven like lightning.
Like lightning.
Everybody's onto this devil. And they want a piece of you. They're saying you're the problem in the earth. Moreover, you goddamn Babylonians and you Israelis. You're the problem. Because we know America does nothing without their puppet leader, Israel, the state of Israel. We know Trump's not in control. Who's really in control? Benjamin Netanyahu. You know?
Yep.
It ain't no fucking America first. It's Israel first.
Yep.
And if you don't get down, guess what? You're going to get out. And that's what you see happening all week. The great ousting. And you shouldn't be surprised, because he just gathered all your goddamn generals and 4 or 5-star generals. And they had a sit down, a speaking to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a new spirit in Babylon. We're in the spirit of war. We're in the spirit of order. We're in the spirit of my way or the highway. You know?
They say Hegseth is on the hot seat. That's why he's making these irrational rulings, man.
Yeah. If you
With the military.
if you don't play ball, you'll get spam blondied.
Yep. But hey, that's still more prophecy taking place. A house divided cannot stand.
Khan. So again, thus saith the Lord Adawan Yahweh concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord Yahweh, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle.
And that's exactly what's taking place right now, man. All these nations are getting ready to rise up against America, Babylon the Great, in battle. Right now, it's just her enemies, and our allies they're on the fence because there were security guarantees that America would protect them in times of need, and now that Iran is bombing all their allies, all their military garrisons throughout West Asia, they're seeing that America is truly a paper tiger. Not only can it not defend them, but it can't defend itself. It's losing troops left and right. So just like the brother mentioned when we just started camp, that all their allies they have no choice but to enter this war, okay, to protect their assets. And it's simple as that. America has drawn them into a war that cannot be won. A war that's only gonna escalate to the war of Armageddon. You got it, Doc.
A couple points
Mm-hmm.
showing you how weak America is. Look what happened with the goddamn the USS carriers. You had, first and foremost, as soon as it was announced that they were about to go into Iran, what did? They clogged up the goddamn septic tanks.
Yep.
These cowards, these GMO babies, you know, these millennials, you know, that's love playing Call of Duty, Fortnite, you know, shit got real. They started flushing their goddamn t-shirts in the toilet, hoping they wouldn't get deployed. Then what happened a couple weeks later, a couple days later, they set the fucking laundry room on fire.
Yep.
You know?
Uh-huh.
And
Yep.
America's what? Weak.
Mm-hmm.
All them strong men that were in the past, they no longer in the military. There's a handful of them. How was it saying? There's a handful of men that still got that spirit, and they're being ousted.
Mm-hmm.
Or the ones that's not being ousted, their morals no longer align with America's principles. More or less, they're losing patriotism. They believe, a lot of these older men, they believe in what? The Bill of Rights, the Constitution, you know,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and all the so-called principles that America was built upon, they're being stomped upon.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Mm-hmm. And you're not gonna fight for something that you don't feel as if you're a part of.
Not to mention, they see how you treat the veterans and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Trump just said he ain't got money to fucking feed the poor and Medicaid and all these austerity. What's showing you what America's through? America's going through austerity measures just as Germany did, just as the Weimar Republic. America's a dying empire. The star is collapsing.
The key word the brother always used, insolvent, man.
Insolvent. They're bankrupt.
Bankrupt.
They can't pay back their debts.
Right, and they're getting ready to take out the biggest. They're asking Congress for the biggest loan since World War II.
Because they're not prepared.
Yeah.
Because they were just talking shit. He just thought he was going to just run through fucking Iran. He believed the bullshit, man. He drunk on his own. He's high on his own supply. He believed the propaganda. You know that's AI, nigga. You really think the AI got you confused too, nigga?
Confused as confused as hell.
Now he's in a quagmire, as they keep saying so eloquently. Somebody else mentioned that. I wonder who. But
Yeah.
People keep telling you you're in a conundrum. You're stuck. And Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai got you stuck. You can't go nowhere but forward.
Because this devil doesn't want to put troops on the ground, because all the significant educated military men of Babylon is telling him that it's going to be a complete fucking slaughter. A slaughter.
Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
Right. And the Heavenly Father has made him small among the heathen, because since the start of this war, now they see that he truly is a paper tiger. The starting this war has, number one, devalued the dollar, because now they have the Strait of Hormuz close, and they're charging, and you have to pay in Chinese yuan, okay? And
and you gotta be Slocky, and you gotta be an ally of the BRICS.
Khan.
If you are ally with the West, you ain't even. It's a no-go. At least if you claim you're an ally of the BRICS, they might put a tax on you or whatever. You can still pass. You know.
Yeah. So the start of this war has transitioned economic power to the east, man.
There's a global economic shift.
Yeah. And he expedited it. Your dumb president expedited it, man.
And who's gonna feel it the most? Those European nations, those EU nations. That's why they had that meeting about coming to some type of resolution. Remember what Zelensky? Hey, whatever happened to old Zelensky? Nobody remembers Zelensky? What happened to old Zelensky?
Hey, Caesar.
He's out the headlines, huh?
Hasn't been
Yeah, all eyes are on the Middle East, the Levant, as it should be, because that's the main theater of World War III.
And now you're seeing Babylon take extreme measures, man. They're taking extreme measures by targeting civilian targets, man.
Yeah, they blew up that bridge, that civilian bridge in Iran.
Yep.
And what have we been saying? That this is a no holds barred war.
A total war.
Why? Because this is the war for all the peanuts, all the chips. Whoever wins this war is gonna be what they believe be the ruler, the superpower in the new world order, the new age, the new order of ages. This is a war of supremacy, and that's what Babylon was touting. Oh, we have air superiority, you know. No, you had air superiority back during the time of World War II. That's why World War II ended, because what you did to Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And the audacity. How you gonna tell what another nation they can't have nuclear armament when you the only nation that ever dropped a nuclear bomb? And not just one, but two.
Hypocrisy.
See, America's being exposed for all the hypocrisy. You know?
Yep.
So again, who's gonna be affected the most by this global supply chain disruption? These EU nations. These BRIC nations are fine, as you can see. There's different avenues, different, you know, they can go through the Persian Gulf, they could go through, different places to get the oil. They can go to, Russia can open, start selling to people and shit, you know. It's European nations. See, Babylon is straight because Babylon got huge oil reserves.
Facts.
It's them EU nations. You see?
Yeah.
China got, the BRICS nations, they've been preparing for the inevitability of going to war with the whore. Same thing with Iran. They knew it was inevitable. That's why they said, we could do this all day. You know nothing about our military armament. You're a fool. We got all type of shit you ain't even ready for.
Yeah.
We just testing out new shit that we had, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so this work, we keep that, we got 10,000 of those. Those are good.
Yeah.
That will work. Let's try this one. Let's see if this works.
They're not even using the good shit yet. They're not even using the good shit yet.
This place is through, and he knows it. He knows that he's not prepared, as you were saying. He's scrambling. But it's too late. That's why he wanna take a bereavement, a sabbatical. He wanna pause so he can go and regather. No, nigga, the bell done rung. You know?
Yeah.
We in the heat of the battle, bro.
Yep.
Now let's reschedule this bitch for remember Snake Eyes? He had the nigga fly into the ring and shit.
Yeah.
He tried to throw a distraction. You know?
Hey, what they call it, the pendulum or pendulum? Has swung, man. It has swung to the east, and they're not going to let go of this advantage that they have. That's why all the Iranians, man, are saying that there is no peace. This war is not gonna stop, man.
No, we could have told you that because Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai told you there's no peace.
Yep.
There is no peace to the wicked.
Mhm.
And all you heathens are wicked. Even 2/3 of Israel are wicked. There is none good but who? The Father. And his only begotten Son now. Worthy to be praised. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So it says back in Obadiah, and going back to verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, among the other nations. And shout out to the elder brother Yahweh Call, he always goes into the birth rates of you Edomites. So not only are you small as far as in the grand scheme of things, as far as like the way, looked down upon, you know, like looked at with disgust, you know, the nations are abhorring you. They're hating. You know, you're leaving a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Your wine, they drunk of your wine. Now they're mad. They sobering up. The witchcraft, the enchantments are wearing off.
Yeah.
And they seeing you for the devil that you are, the great shaitan, the deceiver, the adversary that you are. You see, but you're also small physically, especially you Amalekites,
Yeah.
you small hats, you tunnel diggers, you mole rats. You know,
Well,
you seeing how small you are,
Khan.
you know, and how despised you are. My bad, Salaki.
Nah, Salakia. We always speak on how the Heavenly Father is putting all your crimes in 4K and televising it around the world. All right, the way you bomb little girls' schools. Okay, the way you just bombed this civilian bridge, and not only bombed it, but you did a double tap, meaning you bombed it and then you waited about 20-30 minutes later for the response teams to get in there and start trying to save people and pick through the rubble, and then you came back and bombed them.
The beautiful thing is that okay, that's the precedent you want to set. We double tap you too, nigga. We triple tap you.
Exactly.
Touche. Two can play at that game.
Exactly.
What they say? You want to bomb our infrastructure? We gonna bomb your infrastructure. We going tit for tat, nigga. You want to bomb our oil refinery? We gonna bomb your oil refinery.
Fine.
And we could do this all day, all night long.
All night.
You know?
Hey, and
Hey, you gonna have to put boots on the ground.
Khan.
Ain't no way around it.
Khan, ain't no way around it. And we always, they always say a way to hurt an Edomite is to get at their pockets. And what do you see? You see Iran bombing Google facilities. You see them bombing all these major companies
Oracle.
that thrive. Oracle.
They're
Khan.
saying that it's not an atypical war. Well, you know, they're not. It's not only a physical war, but it's an economic war. It's a war fought on many levels. You know.
Yep. Khan.
And it's gonna be a war of attrition. Only the strong gonna survive. And that's why these people going to the meat grinder. That's why they up the age to what, 42?
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why all these nations been talking about conscription. All throughout Europe, they was talking about conscription for years now. All in America, they were talking about, are they going to bring the draft back? Are they going to draft women? You know? Because it's inevitable. It's an inevitability, Mr. Anderson.
And the draft is coming back. They passed legislation last year in December.
Why you think they automatically registering you now?
Yep.
Because nobody, the patriotism for Babylon is at an all-time low. Even amongst the so-called MAGA people, supporters. Most of the MAGA people, anybody with a brain, they really not rocking with DJ Gump. DJ Chump. You know? They're like, that's not what we signed up for. Because who's going to end up going over there and fighting and going to the meat grinder? Your children.
Yeah.
All these GMO babies that can't find no work, that's coming out of college with them degrees and shit, with no jobs waiting for them, because AI allegedly taking their jobs.
Yep.
You got a job in the Marines.
Put a gun right in them hands.
With the Rangers. With the Air Force. We gonna matter of fact, we gonna expedite your process, nigga. We gonna cut boot camp for you. Fuck Hell Week, nigga. It's gonna be Hell Day. You good, you know? Fuck the Death March, you know?
The propaganda already started, man. I spoke about it a couple camps ago about the movie that they
Uncle Sam
had on
needs you.
Netflix.
Uncle Sam needs you, men and women. Betty the Riveter, they gonna dust off all that propaganda. Remember the bitch that had the do-rag on?
She had the do-rag with the
yeah, all you CrossFit bitches, you know? you IFBB women body pro, you go take your ass over there to the meat grinder.
Oh my goodness. And the meat grinder is coming. The meat grinder is coming.
Yeah, Iran is fortified, man. And they've been prepared. They've been anticipating this, as all the BRICS nations been doing. We've been bringing that out for years. Prepare war. I was holding that. Joel chapter 3. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war come near. Beat your plowshares into swords. Let the weak say I am strong. That's what time we're in. They've been preparing. They've been how many videos have we done about them running joint military drills? Now we see why.
Yeah.
Running all type of joint military drills in the Strait of Hormuz. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
In the Pacific. Why do you think they were doing that?
And they're telling you since America invaded Iraq and Afghanistan, man, they've been storing up munitions, man. They've been storing up munitions. So, a war of attrition. America did not plan for a war of attrition. They planned, like I said, for a first-round knockout.
Well, that's the lie that they fed to their POTUS, to the fall guy. The elites know, because as we always say, all wars are what? Bankers' wars.
Bankers' wars.
War is profitable. This is all, it's all theater. But who's really, well, there's two people allegedly pulling the strings. On a lower level, the elites are pulling the strings. The Rothschilds, these are elite families, ruling families, the bankers, you know, the ones that fucking own, that sit on that own Raytheon, own Lockheed Martin, own Boeing. See, that it's big business.
Big money.
Own
business.
Smith and Wesson, own fucking Glock, you know.
Yep.
It's big money.
Yeah.
You know, but it's really Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai.
Yeah.
Putting it in their thoughts to go to war with one another. But they've already calculated it.
Yeah.
It showed
right.
you that in the movie 1984, whatever, George Orwell.
George Orwell.
They had the what? Forever war.
Yep. Yep.
Keep the people distracted with a major war that never ends. They'll submit then. You can do whatever the hell you want. Cause what? You can you could say everything you're doing is the ground of in the means of reestablishing order. This is because it's chaos.
And that's
you can spin the narrative whatever which way you want, because you control everything. Remember, that's what they showed you in the movie. Every day they had people that's their jobs. They would just change the newspaper clippings and shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And they would just go along with whatever the narrative was. Oh, we heard so and so won the war. They're like, no, that's old. No, that's wrong. That's news speech or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But that's, like you said, they're already prepared for this third world war.
The same. You seeing it now with the fighter jets. They spun the narrative. The narrative is that your super strong, impenetrable Air Force is not impenetrable. You can be touched. You're vulnerable. And they showed it wasn't a fluke. It wasn't a one-off. They could do it at will.
At will.
So the skies are not impenetrable. So you're going to put boots in the ground. So they spun the narrative. It's the biggest. We ever rescued two prisoners. You know. Yeah. They spinning it with the propaganda machine, with the media.
Yeah.
So don't look over here how weak we are. Look at how we rescued them. And who knows if they really rescued them, because they steady telling lies.
Exactly.
Remember, Iran was parading the soldiers, putting their fucking they rank and
all that
information. They were doxing them. They were doxing them.
You can't make this stuff
He's
up,
from
man.
Idaho, 22-year-old Brandon Timmy.
Oh man, you got it. You were still in Obadiah, or you had something else? Oh man,
a little excited, bro. Being beautiful times, man. So much going on. If you're watching. So it says, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. And not for nothing, I was telling the brother, even on the plantation, you could feel the animosity, you could feel the tensions rising. You could feel, like Yahweh Shai HaMashiach said, the love of many waxing cold. You could feel Jacob's about to snap, man. I don't know about what's going on your plantation, but you could feel the tensions between Esau and Jacob. And Jacob, as it tells you in Genesis 49, Judah's a crouching lion.
Yeah, who shall rouse them up?
Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is starting to rouse up Jake, man.
Mm-hmm.
Jake is starting to have that rebellious spirit, that Nat Turner spirit on him.
What?
Fuck this job, fuck these crackers,
Mm-hmm.
fuck this place, man.
But
And that's the sentiment that's just in Babylon on the whole. That's
Mhm.
a sentiment of sedition. As you were saying, it's about to be a civil war.
a civil war.
Isaiah 19.
And we always say how Esau will play cool and play his role when he's above you, okay? But now that with everything changing in this economy, Esau is dropping in ranks. His women don't want him, low birth rates, getting laid off also.
He's small.
So-
He's being
Amongst
made,
other
He's
things.
being made small.
He's
He's
being
being
made-
knocked off of that fucking high seat that he's been
Exactly.
sitting in for the
Exactly.
longest. The power seat.
So what is he doing? When shit goes bad
No-
in his
nobody-
life, he
nobody-
makes it worse on you.
Nobody no longer fantasizing about Fabio. That's a thing of the past.
I think it'll pass.
They want him tall, dark, and handsome now, huh?
Con. Hey, the elder,
Not pale and frail, huh?
I might be
That's
Elder
how all these
Malcolm.
Edomites, they all got to take steroids and they're all pale and frail.
Mm-hmm.
All fucking doctored up. Schwarzenegger and shit. Look at him in his old age.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about the women.
No, that's what the elders always
It's
do.
witchcraft, sorcery.
Yeah. Yeah. You can always tell the state of an empire and by their women. And what their women are choosing. Their women are choosing. You got it out.
The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock.
Yeah, your pride. Okay, your Top Gun, your Tom Cruise, your Ricky Bobbies. Tom Cruise turned out to be a Ricky Bobby, man.
Yeah, where the hell is the Jason Bourne's at?
Yeah.
Why didn't they send Jason Bourne over there with SEAL Team 6? You know?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's all bullshit. It's all facade. It's all Hollywood.
Exactly.
Why didn't they send John Wick over there? You know, it's all bullshit.
Exactly.
And come to find out, all your super soldiers are Jake. Look at the dude on Nick, the sniper that be on Vlad.
Be on Vlad.
All the top really is Jake, bro.
Uh-huh.
Even the Edomite ones are probably Jake.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Esau's really weak, man. As the scriptures say, one people shall be stronger than the other. Esau's weak, even with his blessing, man. You take his sword from him, he's through.
He threw.
He can't shoot a fair one.
He threw.
That's why he ain't trying to put boots on it. Hey, but you gonna have to. It's hilarious. You have to, man. Keep that same energy, man. What's wrong with you? I thought it was your manifest destiny. It's your manifest destiny to put boots on the ground in Iran. What's wrong with you?
You know,
Sleazy E?
it kind of reminds me,
What?
man.
You gotta go civilize them savages.
It kind of reminds me of the newest Lion King movie, man. When it goes into the story of Mufasa, and long story short, in the movie, there was this lion that was the king, but he got let himself go. He was all fat, lazy, living high off the hog, and then this albino alpha lion came, man, just completely taking over everything. And that's what happened to Esau, man. At the time when he had air superiority, he was superior militarily, he let himself get fat, man.
The elders always talk about that, how hard times make what? Strong men. Soft times make weak men.
Yeah.
And America was on good times. So they got weak.
Yeah.
So much so they started elevating the woman. And that's really when the empire declines. When you put the woman over the man. Any empire that elevated a woman, it was raps. Notice, those Eastern Bloc nations, they don't elevate the woman. None of them. None of those BRICS nations elevate the woman. That's a Western mindset.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
But that shows the weakness of Babylon and the West.
And not only that, man, the West elevates cross-dressing generals and, oh man, these other nations look at us as psychopaths, man. Professor Morandi calls America the Epstein regime, man. It's a complete lack of respect for the West and its culture.
They
And
call
even
it
Putin.
They call them the Epstein gang.
Con.
They said Trump is part of the Epstein gang.
Yep. And they're even making
can't
fun
make
of
it
your
up.
propaganda.
You can't make it. Look at his plates. What does it say?
BBL.
You can't make it up.
Oh man. Hey, Iran is even making fun of your propaganda, man, by putting out these little Lego movies, man. So, man, Esau, you truly are through, man. There's absolutely no coming back from the state of affairs that you found yourself in.
That's what Iran said. They said we will not surrender. There will be no peace until you're utterly humiliated and shamed.
Dang.
That's prophetic. Shameful spewing is on your glory.
Yep.
And that's all these nations are like, yeah, now is our time. Now is our time to get the bully.
Dang.
The bully's vulnerable. Let's gang up and take him down. That's what's happening. Things are going to escalate. Things are about to spiral. Wait till gas hit $5. Gas is going up exponentially. Notice how quickly it's rising. So that at the rate it's going, the next hike should be around $4.50. Soon we're going to be at $5.
Yeah.
And it's happening quicker and quicker. So we're entering into a state of hyperinflation. Because what does the gas prices show? The true strength of the economy. Because what? The straits being closed, what do we find out now? There's so much that this modern society depends on petroleum for.
Mm-hmm.
Your fertilizer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that means there's about to be a famine. It's spring, the planting season.
Yep.
We already know Esau, going back to Esau being Cain, he's cursed from the earth. The earth doesn't yield its strength. Esau can't plant crops without fertilizing the ground. The earth doesn't yield its strength. He's cursed. So now he's not going to get his fertilizers. There's already been supply chain disruptions.
Con.
There's already been all type of unfavorable weather anomalies, extreme heats, extreme droughts, extreme cold snaps, you know, floods, tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes. So how much more so is the food about to be disrupted?
Damn.
The supply chain been disrupted since the pandemic. So things are about to get exponentially worse. And everybody's still walking around like it's 1999.
Yeah.
Still got hope. Keeping hope alive. Oh, it'll bounce back. It's just a little hiccup. A little rough patch. Can't you see things are getting from bad to worse?
Mm-hmm.
Every year?
And it's easy to see. You know, if you're measuring the time diligently in itself, how things are going to progress. Because you got the brother speaking about gas prices. Okay, gas is going to get to $5, $6, $7, $8 a gallon. All right, what is that going to affect? You think you're going to have police cars on the road when gas is that expensive?
The infrastructure is already set up where they don't need to have that many. The infrastructure, it's already been set up. Oh, I was thinking about this whole ICE shit. Did you see that they stopped that Iranian, his wife and his daughter or some shit at the ICE agents?
Mm-mm.
Google that, please. So you're familiar, I don't botch it up. So now we see the precedent is being set as I've been said. I said, that's what you're seeing with ICE. Trump is castling. The king is in trouble, so he's castling. He's putting a strong military force around him. It started with ICE. And he wanted to see how far he can get away with bending the rules. Who would be down with him, who would not be down with him. You see what's happening.
Con.
It's a loyal base around him. He's fortifying himself, and his reach is getting stronger and stronger. That's why he put him at the fucking airports. Cause what, he's locking this bitch down. That means his super soldiers that operate with immunity,
Mm-hmm.
diplomatic immunity, you can't even leave the goddamn country or come in. They already got the borders locked down from state to state. You know,
Uh-huh.
you don't know who they are. You know, they're not being brought up on charges. They can cover their face. They can do whatever the hell they want. Everybody's being accustomed to seeing people in mass drag you out of your car. You're being desensitized
Yeah.
for what's about to happen.
Con.
He's about to bring the hammer down because he's the cruel Lord in Isaiah 19 and 15. You thought he was just joking when he said he gonna be in term forever. You thought he was joking about running for a third term. You thought he would just, don't you realize this man, he talk a lot of shit, he lies a lot, but a lot of the shit he says, you gotta take him at face value.
Con. This is what I think you're talking about, the niece.
Yes, that's what it is. What is it?
It says, U.S. says it has arrested relatives of the late Iranian general Soleimani.
Soleimani been whacked.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an excuse. They're setting the precedent.
Mm-hmm.
And they use ICE to do it. To stop, arrest him at the airport.
To justify what ICE is doing to the public.
Yep. And so we know the famine is coming, the persecution is coming. This devil is about to come down with great wrath.
Mm-hmm.
He getting everything in order. And he's seeing how much he can get away with before the people panic too much. By the time these people fucking wake up, it's gonna be too late. The throat, the hands are gonna be around your throat.
Through.
You're gonna be in a go-go plata, you know, a full Nelson, you know.
Hey, and like I was saying,
you being squeezed.
You being squeezed. Man, listen, this issue, this energy crisis is gonna lead to robot dogs, more drone surveillance.
Esau is the serpent, and he's not. He's even dangerous. He's a double serpent. He's a poisonous serpent and a constrictor. He'll poison your ass to death, and he'll fucking squeeze your ass to death.
Mm-hmm.
Every little breath you take, he just keeps squeezing you.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you take a breath, he squeezes you tighter, and he poisoning you. Man, these people in trouble. Trouble.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about this story. It says the niece and grandniece.
You miss a day, you miss a lot. There's so much going on. It's hard to keep up.
Con.
The news is just, hey man, from what it's so much prophetic stuff happening. It's hard to, you don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
The days are becoming a blur. Time is flying. We're already in April. We're already almost halfway through the year.
And they ain't seen nothing yet. It's
No.
just getting started.
This is about to get hot. We're literally about to enter into summer.
And yeah, I mean, this war hasn't even escalated.
It wouldn't surprise me if by the time summer hits, the global depression unset in, you know, mass layoffs, which we already been going through mass layoffs. It wouldn't surprise me if it's World War III's fully officially announced. We in the full swing of this shit. You can see it.
Yeah.
We right there. You could wake up Monday, the way the goddamn stock market is volatile, this bitch could crash Monday morning.
Seriously.
Oil could be through the roof on Monday. You know?
And doesn't gas normally go up in the summertime?
Yes, con.
A lot of traveling, a lot of beach going.
They say the heat too and all this other bullshit. You got it. Was I reading? You had something?
Yeah, you were still reading, I think, Obadiah.
So it says, Obadiah, verse 3. Verse 2, behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised.
Mm-hmm.
The pride of thine heart have deceived thee. Yeah, again, even the bravado, the things that he say, you know?
Yeah.
And we see it's all bullshit. It's all a facade. It's all Hollywood. You know?
Man, just be freestyling up there, saying anything.
The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? And that's the spirit Esau's in. He just gonna do whatever the hell he want.
Mm-hmm.
He gonna go into Venezuela. He gonna kidnap presidents and their wives. He gonna take oil tankers. He gonna go into Cuba. He gonna take Denmark. He gonna do whatever the fuck he want, man.
Exactly.
You know? Who's gonna oppose him? You know?
No.
I'm withdrawing from NATO. You know?
Yeah. He doing whatever the fuck he
do
want.
whatever the hell he want. You know? I'm putting sanctions on everybody. You know? Putting sanctions on the whole world. 100% sanctions on everybody. This dude is proud as hell, man. Nigga turning on allies.
Putting tariffs and sanctions on allies. He don't give a damn. He don't give a damn.
Why?
Man.
Because he knows he's cornered. He has a short time. You know? The dollar is collapsing at lightning speed.
Dollars.
Fiat currency. Fiat currency. Paper money's collapsing at lightning speed. More and more people are looking for safe havens, whether it be cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, stable coins, Trump coins, whatever, you know, whether it be gold, silver. Anybody with any type of brain is what? Trying to get out of paper money.
Yeah.
Because the fiat system is about to collapse, implode. Banks been collapsing, going under, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's about to get real bad, bro.
And it's going to be overnight, man. Y'all are going to blink, and life as you know it is going to change.
It's not really overnight. It's going to seem as overnight because you haven't been watching. If you've been watching, things have been progressively spiraling out of control, but you haven't been laying it to heart. You've been in what we call denial. You've been having delusions of grandeur. You believe the lies. You believe the bullshit. You believe America's going to be made great again. You know?
Yeah.
They're going to build back better. How, Sway? They're going to bring back manufacturing. How? Where? Name me one manufacturer, name me one corporation that's came back since Trump announced that shit. One of them.
None.
If they came back, why the fuck did Iran just bomb Amazon, Oracle? How were they able to touch him? Would they be able to do that if they were in the West? You know? Nah, what is he doing in the West? He's setting up fucking data
centers, yeah.
Data centers.
Yep.
Completely automated. That's what's going on all around you. Big ass fucking Amazon warehouse factories and shit with servers.
Yep.
With quantum processing computers.
Don't need no human aid to function.
Constantly sending up more and more satellites and shit to spy on your ass. It's hilarious.
Wondering why your energy bill, your power bill done went up $200.
More and more of your everyday life is being connected to the Internet of Things. More and more you're being tracked. You know?
Yep.
Hey, hiding from Big Brothers becoming a damn impossible
task, man.
Yeah.
Impossible. But just like the brother said, man, if you're watching, it's not gonna, it won't be overnight, man, because a lot of these preppers, a lot of these people that are prepared for quote unquote doomsday, they've already went into their bunkers. They've already left the country, man.
The one dude, we laughed at him, or we didn't laugh, but we put it up. He said that all hell is about to break loose within a month.
Yeah.
You know?
Said this the last video I'm making.
I ain't heard of it from him since. And what was he talking about? Gas. He was talking about gas.
Yep.
And that he thought it was spiritual that he had enough gas and with the backup, you know, in his fuel tank just to get him to his bug out spot. You know, but little does he know, hey, you're gonna go to the mountains and die. Ain't no escaping this judgment unless the only way you're gonna escape all the hell that's about to be unleashed on the earth is if the wise around you. That spiritual mark being exempt from judgment.
Damn, you're going to the mountains to die, my guy.
So it says, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, what did I just say? They steady sending up spaceships, man. Elon Musk steady sending up Starlink and all this space sky, whatever the fuck that shit is, you know. Every time I look around, they're sending up an interstellar, you know.
They just sent up the one that's going around the moon.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. We're going back to the moon. They're like, oh, you gonna land on it? No, we just gonna fly around it and come back.
We all know you in the lower orbit.
Exactly. Exactly.
Though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord Yahweh. And like the elder apostle said, that's when Esau really started going down. When his kingdom started collapsing was around, what, 1969? The late 60s, early 70s, America really started declining, you know?
Yeah.
And why was that? Because that's when he went into so-called space. You know, that's when technology really started to advance at lightning at a rapid pace. We went from fucking record players playing records and shit, vinyl, to fucking 8 tracks, to cassettes, to CDs, to fucking MP3s. Shit was moving at lightning speed, bro.
Yeah.
Cell phones came out of nowhere. The internet, you know, as per Daniel chapter 12, technology was increasing. Why? Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua was speeding this thing up for the end. Ultimately, the internet had to be created, which is the unicorn, if you can receive it throughout the scriptures. It speaks about it in Psalms. What is a unicorn? A mythological creature that grants you your heart's desire. That's what the internet is. It's a unicorn. It's a tool that can give you whatever you want, your heart's desire. You can get anything on the internet.
Anything.
You can get food, weapons. You can get body parts in the dark web. Hearts, lungs, brains, kidneys. You get
Yeah.
children, 8-year-old boys shipped to you in fucking furniture. So the internet is a unicorn.
Yeah.
A mythological creature that grants you your wildest dreams. You got a lust demon on you. You want to see a midget being plowed by a fucking donkey. You can find it on the unicorn.
Yep. Anything you want.
Your wildest dreams is on the internet. You can become a star on the internet. It grants you, you can become the next social media. Matter of fact, with the advent of social media, it allows everybody to become gods, especially women. You got a whole like button. You got a whole profile all about you.
Con.
You can get your little stories up and shit,
Personal gaslight button.
You can become a digital content creator. You can start you a OnlyFans page. So the unicorn, the internet's a unicorn.
Yeah. Con. It makes perfect sense.
But why did God create the unicorn? For you to ultimately be edified, so that there'll be no excuse in the times to come. Because what do they call the modern day cell phone, the smartphone? Every information is at your fingertips.
Yep.
You could search things out, so there's no excuse. You can inquire. You can inquire about the times and the seasons that we're in, brethren.
Yeah.
The epistles are up.
They should already know, like you said. They should already be watching, locked in.
And if you don't know, you got all the time in the world and all the tools in the world to help you figure it out.
Hey, until the unicorn is no more, because that's what's been in the news lately. A lot of talk of power outages in certain countries. A lot of talk of Iran threatening to cut underwater fiber cables.
Because what happened with the advent of the unicorn, with the internet? It allowed information to be spread at lightning speed.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to control the narrative. That's what causes Esau's sorceries to wear off, because of information coming out at lightning speed. You got people, everybody got a phone, everybody got a camera. So as soon as something happens, they're uploading it to the internet.
Yep.
Telegram and all this other, WhatsApp and all this other stuff. So it's hard. Hey, they're doing it at the behest of being imprisoned, like in Dubai,
Mm-hmm.
in Israel. They're trying to control the narrative, control the propaganda, control the media. And you got people leaking right showing you as soon as it happens what happened.
Real time.
So
Yep.
they're going to have to lock it down, as they do in all these other nations. What's the
Yep.
first thing they do when the population is in an uproar? They lock the internet down.
Yeah.
They lock down internet and cell phone communication, and you don't know what's going on.
Total blackout.
And that's what's about to happen. And it's really Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua blacking you people out.
Con.
And he going to leave you to your devices. He going to leave you to your thoughts. Since you know it all,
Mm-hmm.
niggas can't tell me nothing, right? So keep that same energy when all hell break loose. Figure it out. Like Elder Apostle Tahar likes to say, when you ask, figure it out, look it up.
Exactly.
Because when you come to me, I'm going to say, I don't know. Go to them that buy and sell.
This is Isaiah chapter 14 and verse start at verse 10. It reads, I'll start at 11 or 9. It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee, to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath.
Hey, because all these people on this earth, they're dead. Majority of the people. What do I mean they're dead? They're comatose. They're zombified.
Mm-hmm.
They're in a drunken stupor.
Mm-hmm.
But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is about to wake them up, just like he woke us up. We were in a deep sleep, a stupor, drunken upon this world, caught up in all the affairs of this world, of this life, chasing the bag, stuck on the hamster wheel, caught up with families and all this other shit that's vain and fleeting and unimportant. What's the most important thing in the world? Salvation. Being saved from this destruction. Shouldn't that be the most important thing to you?
Mm-hmm.
Inquiring how you can be saved from all this hell that's about to come upon the face of the earth? Oh, you don't believe all hell is about to break loose. You believe you're in heaven. You believe you're saved, you're blessed, you're protected, you're covered by what? The blood of Jesus.
That's what their president said, ain't it?
All right.
At the end of every speech, God
So
bless.
keep that same energy when all hell breaks loose.
It reads,
So read that with Salakia. What you said?
I'll start from 9 again. It says, hell from beneath is moved for thee
Because what's
to
hell?
meet thee.
What is hell? Is that a place that you're going to burn forever under the ground?
I think not. I think it's a condition.
Hell is two things. Hell is the grave, and it's also a condition that plays out on earth.
Yep.
Because judgment takes place on earth. Right now, Esau Edom is in heaven. This is the Epstein gang's world. You know?
Yeah.
They got whole pedophile islands. Got whole bunkers with 12-year-old, 13-year-old, 11, 8-year-old boys and girls. Drinking their blood and shit. Having their way with them. You know? This is the Epstein gang's world.
Mm-hmm.
You know? But this is their heaven. But this is our hell. You know? Constantly being oppressed. You know, squeezed on every side. Can't get a break. Can't rest. Constantly being attacked. Poisoned. Physically, mentally, spiritually. Breathing in poisons, chemtrails. Breathing in toxins. You know?
Mm-hmm. Facts.
Hey, poison constantly being shoved in our fucking faces. Wayward schools of thoughts constantly being promoted. And you just got to conform with it. You know? But that's this world. This is a satanic world. A do as thou will world. A coexist world. I saw this bitch. She had that on the back of her fucking... You ever seen those? Coexist?
Nah,
They got all the religions. They got the Star of David. They got the cross and all this shit.
Nah, I
It
never
say
seen
coexist. Yeah, that's code word for bug out.
That's the new
So,
movement.
so I'm just supposed to coexist with wicked ass people, rapists, pedophiles, sodomites, demon. You know, I just gotta coexist, huh?
That's the world they want, though.
Yeah, you just do whatever the hell you want.
Do as thou wilt. It says,
That's bizarro world.
fucking bizarre.
I want a world that has order in it, that has consequences for your actions,
Mm-hmm.
good and bad. If
Yeah.
you do good, I want you to receive good. But if you do bad, I want you to receive bad. That's fair. That's balance. And that's what God is creating. A righteous world. A fair world. A just world. Not a world where there's a bunch of haves and a few haves and many have-nots. You know?
That's like that Isaiah 9, a righteous government.
New
Upon
heavens
his shoulder.
and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
It reads, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee
So
at
that's
thy coming.
That's what so-called Christ is coming with. So everybody thinks Christ is going to return with rainbows, butterflies, hugs and kisses,
And lolly.
snow machines, bouncy houses, you know, birds chirping,
Uh-huh.
rainbows, a beautiful sunshiny day. That ain't in the scriptures. It says the day of the Lord is what? Darkness, not light. It's a day of thick cloud, a day of gloom and doom, a day of judgment, a day of what? Weeping, wailing, and gnashing of teeth, sighing and crying. That's what the Lord is coming with, hell. All hell is about to break loose, man. I come to set fire on the earth. What may I if it be already kindled? The fire's already kindled, man. You know? Go ahead.
It stirreth up the dead for thee.
These people, they about to turn on you. You leaders. Because they're mourning. As it tells you in Proverbs. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. The people are mourning, man. They're tired of being oppressed. They're tired of being robbed. Fucked every which way. Coming and going. Never catching a break. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to lash out, especially when everything they trust in fails them. It's going to be no more escapes. You're just going to be left with reality. The reality that you ain't got no job, you ain't got no food, you know, you got no way to get out of your situation, you know? And you're going to start to look at who's to be blamed. And who you're going to blame? Your leaders.
Hey, that's a fact. All your contingency plans are starting to fail. Your 3 to 6 months worth of savings for an emergency. Oh, well, you're on your 7th month and you still ain't employed. You're going to turn on your leaders. It says,
hence why anybody with sense, like the elites, what did they pride themselves on? Secrecy. They didn't want to be in the forefront. They didn't want the spotlight. Why? Because when society collapsed, you're going to come for them. They learned that over the centuries.
Yep.
So what do? They hide themselves. They hide themselves in these different conglomerations, these different corporations. You know? They change their family names. They put fall guys, puppet guys, CEOs, executives. They're just a private shareholder. They're a private share. They got 97% of the shares, but you don't know who the fuck it is.
You don't know who they is. But a motherfucker.
They don't do a goddamn thing, and this, that, and the third. You know, they just go to their mailbox every. You know.
But an NFL or NBA star get a big contract. It's on every social media outlet, Google, you name it.
All these actors, they got their fucking every movie they did. They got how much they made.
Exactly.
You pocket watchers, but you can't watch the elites' pockets, huh?
For real. What do you call them? Figureheads. They got a bunch of figureheads.
So read that again.
It reads. It says, "It stirreth up the dead for thee, even."
Again, because these people are dead. They're in a dead state, but they about to wake up. They about to wake up to a crude reality. See, everything they've been trying to avoid is about to smack them in the face. Trying to deny shit. Trying to avoid, you know, you see everything going up around you, but you just keep swallowing it down. Complaining, but you ain't really doing nothing about it. You ain't really laying it to heart. That nothing's been going down. Everything's been going up all around you. HOAs, mortgage, everything going up. Utilities, insurance, everything going up but your goddamn pay. And if your pay goes up, it's not sustainable.
It's not.
It's not going up at a justified rate. To sustain the inflation that's setting in, and you heading into hyperinflation. It's about to get so bad from day to day, you're going to have to just get gas for the day. I can see it.
Yeah.
Gas going to fluctuate so much from day to day that you're just going to fill up, you're just going to put enough to get to where you're going. It's going to be so extra. Don't be surprised. Gas hit $8, $9, $10. People going to lose their fucking minds, man.
Lose it.
There goes gig jobs. There goes doing Uber and Lyft.
You can't
Grubhub.
You can't do Uber and Lyft or Grubhub on the back of a moped.
They're gonna be doing it. They're gonna be footing it. Using people mobiles, bicycles and shit.
God. But that's what the elites want, man. They want people to get rid of their vehicles and all that. It says even all the chief ones of the earth.
Even these leaders are fucking
dead,
stupid. You know, in a stupor.
Yep.
Still in denial. Even the leaders don't realize what's about to happen. They know in the back of their minds. That's why they have the term called MAD, mutual assured destruction. You know, they know ultimately if they lock horns and shit get out of hand, it's gonna go left.
Yeah.
But they hoping that it don't. You know.
Yeah.
But we're here to tell you that it will. It's a fact, a 100% fact. Those nukes will be shot off, primarily at America. With all these nuclear countries, primarily Russia, Iran, China, North Korea, India, Pakistan, even some of your allies, Germany. Don't be surprised. Germany
gonna hit hard.
The UK, England, you know, France. Don't be surprised if they shall hate the whore and burn them with fire. Majority of those missiles gonna be shot off at America and Israel.
And the thing is, America is not gonna have a choice. America is not gonna have a choice but to use a tactical nuke, because they've dropped everything that they have, bunker busters, okay, on Iran to try to get to their nuclear capabilities, man. to stop this onslaught that they're receiving. We've dropped everything.
They didn't drop everything.
Yeah.
They didn't try boots on the ground yet. They didn't try the boots on the ground yet.
Professor Morandi said, "Yeah, you're gonna have 10 million plus Iranian soldiers waiting for you, man." It says it has raised. It says even all the chief ones of the earth, it hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. And to that point, that's why attacking Iran was one of the worst things America could have done.
It's their greatest blunder. Well, it's their second greatest blunder. The first blunder, the biggest blunder, was touching the Israelites, the apple of the Lord's eye. That was your greatest mistake. But this is the second one. You really stepped in it.
You have Russia.
You have no idea, talking about, these Israelis talking about they want to usher in the return of the Messiah. The scriptures say, woe to you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you?
Yeah.
The day of the Lord is what? Darkness and not light.
Darkness and not light.
Be careful what they say, be careful what you ask for, right?
No, you just might get it. Russia.
America's and Israel are writing a check that their ass can't cash.
Khan. And Salakia. Psalms, if I'm not mistaken, the 83rd chapter goes into how, the bear is going to become a defense. And Russia and China are licking their chops, man. Okay? Because even if there was once a little bit of fear in them at attacking and going up against America, now there's no fear. You're supposed to be the big bad bully on the block, and you can't even open the Strait of Hormuz, man.
And now he's conceding to the fact that it'll stay closed. Again, he said, "Go get your own oil." But hold on, you made this mess.
Exactly.
You made this catastrophe. The Strait of Hormuz was perfectly fine, open,
running smoothly.
Oil was flowing perfectly.
Oh man, man, Mingo the perverse spirit. It says,
they were still over there going to Dubai, getting shitted on and pissed on by them fucking sheiks and shit.
Yep.
Them lonely fan stars,
Yep. Making that money.
Flew out, going on them yachts, getting pooped on, fucked by camels and shit. Everybody was still flying out to Thailand, go get some lady boys and shit. Yep. Wickedness was still flourishing in the earth. Now it's coming to a screeching halt. The child smuggling sex rings. they can't smuggle them through the cargo ships no more.
Oh man. Another reason why his allies gonna turn on him, messing with our fun. It reads Isaiah 14:12. It reads, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground?"
This isn't talking about the spiritual demon Satan. It's talking about an actual man. Because it's going to tell you, is this the man that did weaken the nations? It's talking about an actual group of people. Moreover, an actual nation, which I was reading about. I was reading about this particular group of people, this particular nation in the book of Obadiah. Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man. Because he slapped that title on him. No other nation called him white. He did that shit.
Yeah.
Because that was his pride. He was feeling himself. The audacity. Like, he's pure and righteous and upright and honest and angelic.
Kind.
When your claim to fame is rape, rob, intelligent.
Yeah.
That's what you're known for.
Satan turned himself into a pillar of light.
Your greatest leader, Alexander, he's known as the conqueror. What did he do? Go around and conquering the known world at the time, putting the whole earth in subjection. The whole earth was quiet, as he's trying to do now. But it ain't happening no more, Jack. Them days are long and gone and few between. Ain't no more happy days. The happy days are long and gone, man. The Leave It to Beaver era is way gone. You know? That ship has sailed. You know, when you could have a manufacturing job, you can go up there in Detroit and work for Ford Motor Company.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just the husband worked. He had about 4 or 5 kids. Wife stayed at home.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Had the white picket fence. The Brady Bunch years. You know what I'm talking about.
Leave it to Beaver years.
Yeah.
The Lassie years.
Yeah.
I know exactly
The
what
wife
you're
could
talking
stay home and throw Tupperware parties and shit.
Uh-huh. Hey.
Hey, you can go down to Gary, Indiana, get you a steel manufacturing job. You know?
They thought
Get you some pension, do 20 years and retire, you know?
Yeah.
Get you some shares and stocks in the company. Them days are long and gone. Stellantis going under, Dodge, Chrysler going, you know?
They thought Amazon was gonna bring that type of lifestyle back, man. Amazon got everybody working part-time, man. Not paying benefits. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground?"
Heaven are conditions that play out. Heaven, one of the definitions of heaven and hell are conditions that play out on the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So Esau, the self-proclaimed white man, he's been in a cushy, lofty state where he can operate with complete diplomatic immunity
Mm-hmm.
for years. Look at the whole Me Too era. Look what they were doing in Hollywood. The Weinsteins and shit. They were doing what Trump was doing, grabbing them by the pussy,
Yep.
being complete sexual deviants. Cause what? He was in his heavenly state. Not no more. He gotta watch himself. He gotta tread carefully. Cause everybody's onto this devil.
Oh man.
No more deflecting. See, the Bill Cosbys ain't distracting like they used to. The P. Diddy's, the Pooh Shiesty's robbing, you heard about that? Pooh Shiesty jacked Gucci Man? You ain't hear about that?
No.
Pooh Shiesty, some GMO baby rapper. He got out of prison or whatever, jail, and robbed, kidnapped and robbed a Gucci Man. But that, you didn't, the point, that go to my point, you didn't hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
See, nigga news ain't spread, you know? The distractions ain't distracting like they used to.
It don't work no
The
more.
audibles, they don't work no more.
Hey, I did hear about recent headlines involving allegations against OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, whose sister Annie Altman filed a lawsuit alleging years of sexual abuse.
Huh?
Years of sexual abuse.
Read that again. Annie, are you okay?
Are you okay,
Annie? Sam Altman was over there abusing your ass?
Abusing his sister. I was reading that account earlier.
That's how the elites get down. I always mentioned that the heir to the Vanderbilts that molested his own daughter. He raped his own daughter. Did no prison time.
Yep.
That's how they get down, bro.
That's how they get down, man.
They're not in trouble as other men.
Con. She says it's abuse. I read
Joe
it.
Biden's daughter said she was spying on him in the shower and shit, man. That's how they get down. That's how the Epstein gang rolls, bro.
That's how they roll, man.
You seen all the videos where he's salivating over them little girls, man?
Oh, sniffing their hair
Oh,
and
you're
their neck
pretty
and
and
shit.
this, that, and the third. They're sexual deviants, man.
Oh man.
And they've been getting away with murder for so long, they can't control themselves, man.
Got an appetite for just abominations, man.
And they have an insatiable appetite for wickedness.
Damn, man. So yeah, man. Hey,
And that's who's ruling this place.
Con.
And how are they ruling wickedly? You got it. What
Yeah, it says Sam Altman's sister Amanda's lawsuit accusing OpenAI CEO of sexual abuse. It says Annie Altman filed her amendment complaint on Wednesday in St. Louis federal court. It says Annie Altman has accused her brother of sexually abusing and raping her at various times.
That was going on in the Greco-Roman society. That's nothing new.
Yep.
That's well documented with the Caesars and the various Caesars and shit.
Con.
They even show you in their movies. They be banging their mother and shit. They be doing. Esau does all type of weirdo shit. He's a vile man. Don't even let me get started on Caligula, that goddamn demon. But that's Esau. That's why in America there's still laws on the book in certain states about bestiality. Why would
Facts.
you even put that into law? Why would you even why would you even have to pen that you could have sex with animals? It's lawful. What type of demon is on you, bro?
Man,
But that's this man. But yet he puts on the back of his money, "In God we trust." He makes you go to court and swear on the Bible.
well, if I'm not mistaken, even the celebration of Christmas goes back to Salyonata, Nata, or if I'm pronouncing it right, where they just had orgies and all type of wickedness, man. You know, so it says, graping her at various times between 1997 and 2006 at the family's home in suburban Clayton, Missouri.
See, what did I say? They was in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
It says, she said,
the chickens really came home to roost during the pandemic. Because the squeeze was so hard that they weren't able to distract you anymore. A lot of deaths happened, a lot of distractions happened during the whole lockdown to throw you off of what they were trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
They went fucking door to door, had a fucking actual census to see if you would take that poison.
Mm-hmm.
And they were pushing that propaganda heavy. They came down with great wrath during the pandemic. And then what happened also during the pandemic? That's when the middle class really started to get eroded. That's when America really started to collapse. A lot of businesses shuttered. You know, a lot of people moved from different states and shit.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people segued into different avenues of making money. The Airbnb started booming and shit. You know?
Yep.
But really, was things getting better? No. What was being happening? America was imploding even more and more.
Well, kicking the can down the road.
The can was just kicked down the road. You were distracted. You weren't paying attention. Now, fast forward to the big 2026. Look at you now. Airbnb, that's caused real estate to collapse.
Yep.
Because that wasn't sustainable. The only reason people were getting Airbnbs was because there was a lockdown. Moreover, you couldn't travel. You couldn't go nowhere. So a lot of people that said, you know what, I'm gonna get a loan. I'm gonna get a house. I'm gonna become an, you know, they shit going under. You know.
Yep.
Real estate collapse. This place is through. Stew.
Two's through. It says, she said the abuse began when she was 3.
But going back, but you could do that back then. You could do that back then.
Damn.
You know?
Damn. Annie, are you okay for real? It says,
that's the point, man. You ain't gotta go on into the shit. That's
Con. But yeah, that was just to convey the brother's point, man. That's a clear sign of the Edomite MO, man. They're heavy on doing that.
The BBL can't crank. You didn't hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. Sound like something was knocking.
Rough. Yeah.
He left from over here and pulled up over there, I guess. So it reads,
Esau's ain't looking too good, bro. E down bad, bro.
And
the average Edomite in America's on his last leg, man.
Yep.
E's on the ropes, man. E's treading water. E's about to drown. And what is Esau really drowning in? This system. This debt system. He really, it's funny. Esau set up this system to trap up Jake. But little did he know, he got all entered and tangled in it.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in the monetary system. All that good credit, all that long debt. You just heaping coals upon your head. He that built it, hold me that in Ecclesiastes. I'll get it. He that buildeth his house with other men's money. I'm botching it. Can you help me out? Because you was just co-signing it. You remember it?
I don't remember where it's at, but I remember
I'll
how
get
it.
You can speak or something. I'll get it.
Con. Yeah, and as and here's the thing, as Sleazy E empire continues to collapse and crumble, he's gonna lash out more on you Jakes, man. At work, if he holds a position over you, okay? It doesn't matter. As this tide turns, you're gonna see more and more Edomite outbursts, man. Okay? Leading into the love of many waxing cold and more violence.
He's weak. He can't take oppression. See, Jake, that's all we know. That's our story of being in America. All the tribes, Northern and Southern Kingdom. That's all we know coming to the America. That's our story. You know? But Esau, for so long, been, you know,
On the
living
top.
high off the hog.
Yeah.
At least even if he was on the bottom, he was still above you niggers and you spicks
Yep.
and you skins. He may have been in the trailer, but at least he's over you. You know? At least he's got a trailer. You know?
Yeah.
At least he's got a double wide.
He said,
What do your black ass have? Projects, ghettos, traps, you know?
yep.
Section 8 housing, you know?
Yep.
He could at least maybe sell his trailer, move his, you know? He got some kind of tangible money, you know? He may got a little raggedy ass pontoon, or at least he got a pontoon, you know?
Congregation of doves.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 21, verse 8. He that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial. Because even when you go into the scriptures, right, having slaves is lawful. But there's a way that you treat your slaves. And also, you don't keep them in perpetual servitude. You're only allowed to have a slave for 7 years. After 7 years, you have to free that man, that slave. And what do you do when you free that slave? You give that slave enough substance so that he can become his own boss. That was the whole point of slavery in the Bible. Because what? An older man would have a job, a business, a trade, a skill. So you being a younger man in experience, you need, what they call it? What they call it when young people go to work?
What, internship?
Internship.
Experience?
You need that's what slavery. It's like an internship. You want to become let's say a blacksmith. You go work for the blacksmith, the town blacksmith. You learn that trade, that skill, and by the time after the 7 years of employment, you have not only do you have a skill, you have enough substance. You were paid enough wages that you can go and start your own business. But that's not how they do it in Babylon. That's not how the modern world works. How is the modern world designed? The modern world is built upon capitalism. It's about this world is all about exploitation.
Facts.
You know, they want you to be a perpetual slave. Work till you what? They even up the age of fucking to get retirement. They want you to be a never-ending slave. And who reaps all the benefits? The owners.
Yep.
And who really reaps the benefits are the owners of these banks. Because you're playing with their money, with their currency. So again, he that buildeth his house with other men's money is like one that gathereth himself stones for the tomb of his burial. And that's most of these people. They're trying to build in a system a house of cards.
Yep.
You're trying to establish rest, you know, and wealth in a system that was never made for you to rest and you know, ride off into the sunset. That's why, for example, you could pay off your house, but you always got to pay your property taxes.
Facts.
You never really own anything here. Even if your car's paid off, what do you have to do? You got to still register it every year, and you still got to keep insurance on it. So you'll never be able to retire. That's why you got to have a nest egg. You know? But it's all bullshit. Because you're building with other men's money.
Yep.
And you're not even using real money. You're using money that's being devalued daily. That's losing its strength daily. That same dollar ain't going as far as it did in '97, when Sam Altman was, you know, abusing his sister. You know, he can go to the corner store and get a whole, you know, goodie box for her. Keep it quiet for $1. Now and later, pack of Now and Laters, you know, 50-cent soda, you know,
pickle in there,
some Romeo spicy honey potato chips, you know, hot sausage, all that for $1. Pickle egg.
We always go into how a system is a trap, and this whole American Babylonian system is a trap. You know, the brother was going into you really don't own anything, man.
It's a matrix.
You're
born into a matrix.
It's an illusion.
You're born into a system designed for you, to keep you asleep. But they're waking up. They're waking up to the fact that this is a matrix.
Con.
That's what you see all over social media. That's what's trending. What's trending on social media? People waking up to the matrix.
Well,
Waking up to the reality that of their existence, that they'll never get ahead, they'll never make it, especially these young people. See, the older people, what does it say? You can't put new wine into old wine bottles. You know?
Con.
A lot of the old people already tapped out. They've been slaving their whole life. So, you know, they just look, you know? They ready to check out. They want a little bit of rest so they can check out. You know? But the young people, they still have vitality in them. They still got life. They still have goals and aspirations. And what are they realizing? The goals and the things that their parents were able to achieve, you know, in a short period of time or more or less, they can't even, they'll never achieve it.
Yep.
They'll never become homeowners.
Yeah.
They said the average new home buyer is now 40 years old.
Yeah. The average house.
They'll never be able to buy a new vehicle. You know, a lot of these people. That's the reality for a lot of people. You'll never buy a new car ever again. It's unachievable. With the way cost of living is going up, the average new car is $50,000. Ain't no more $20,000 cars, man. $15,000 cars. That's a thing of the past. You want a truck? Be ready to pay $100,000 for. And why is that? Because what? The dollar's losing its strength. That same dollar ain't going as far as it used to. Why? Because it's being devalued, debased.
Even in the Matrix, man. The brother speaks about the Matrix. And even in the Matrix, what was it? The machines would use what? The humans that were stuck in the Matrix in this dream state as energy.
They call them copper tops.
That's what they
Meaning
were,
what?
batteries.
Batteries.
And that's what the elites use you people for.
Literally.
Con.
They get, what was it? Jacob Rothschild, he had fucking eight heart transplants.
Yep.
So they were literally using people as batteries.
That's what they do.
The average person can't even get one heart transplant. You on a waiting list for your whole life. How was he able to get 8?
Yep.
Because he's the elite. He
Yep.
go to the front of the line. Matter of fact, he was probably getting young hearts, man. Strong
it.
teenager hearts. 8
Jay.
of them. And that show you how God hated his ass. He blew through 8 fucking hearts. Because you know the heart is like your engine.
Yeah.
So he blew through 3 engines. All that wealth he had. Couldn't add a fucking millisecond to his life.
Facts.
All the top surgeons and doctors and medicines. God damn, that's a fucking horrible life.
Hey, the Lord is cold, man.
And you know when you have heart problems, you're weak.
Yeah,
You
you can't breathe. Salakia, you got it.
You got it, bro.
Nah, go ahead. You got it.
You got it, man. You got it. You got it.
Well, like I said, I was going into the point where how the people were being used for a battery. And that goes to the point with your tax dollars. You know, Trump getting ready to ask for 1.22 something trillion for this war. They use you people as batteries, man. They use you people to fund their lavish lives, to fund their wicked ass, abominable sexual deviancies, you know, and to fund their lives, man.
That's why you go into politics. You remember Fannie Mae or whatever the bitch from Atlanta?
Yep.
Isn't that why she got in trouble? She
Yeah.
was taking her little boy toy on excursions and shit on the state expense, going on cruises and shit. But that see, where do you think she got that idea from? They all do it. But it's different strokes for different folks. Like Trump said, only fools pay taxes. What?
God.
Huh? Where they do it? Huh? What? He said he ain't paid taxes in how long? Umpteen years.
Yep.
You know? What? You a billionaire. The fuck? I'm a peon. I live under the poverty line.
Yep.
But I gotta pay taxes? But you don't? You garnish my wages? You'll lock me up? Huh?
Mm-hmm. A trap, man. A whole fucking trap.
When you have nothing, right? Anything taken from nothing is horrific, detrimental. Nothing from nothing is nothing.
Mm-hmm.
If I have nothing, how can you take nothing from me? I'm in the negative. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But when you have it all, what is a little bit? What is a lot when you have it all?
Insignificant, nothing. And that ultimately shows the wickedness of these people that are in charge, man.
They speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Con. And that's why the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, has to take them down.
But these people, they love this place. They love it this way. Because when they get on top, they do the same damn thing. You know? Crabs in a bucket.
Yeah, as the rulers are, so are the people. It says, Isaiah 14:13, for thou hast said, I'll start back at 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Yahweh. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. And that's exactly what this, this man has done. Shlizi has done, man. Okay, he's ascended himself above the stars of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which are you tribes. Okay, he's painting the Heavenly Father in his image. Okay, through white supremacy. He's claimed to be the people of the book. Okay, he's done everything that warrants this judgment that the Heavenly Father is about to have him partake in. And you people are going to partake in it too. You tribes, y'all that don't turn to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai and heed this warning. Because there was in the day of the flood, there was a lot of crying and begging, pleading, but the doors of the ark didn't open. Young, old, everyone got it. And that's happening again. It reads, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Yeah, the brother quoted it earlier. Come sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, man. These devils are being brought to a hell of a low estate before they get the ultimate chopping off of the head. That execution from the Heavenly Father. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell.
You know what the most shameful thing is? To be found a liar. There's nothing more shameful than that. All credibility is lost. And that's Esau's being found as a liar to earth. He can't be trusted. Hence why Iran has the sentiment that they have. They don't want to. Why would we try to have peace talks with you when every time we sat down and tried to have peaceful negotiations, you turned around and snaked us, man? You tried to exterminate us. So ain't no more peace talks, man. And then again, your leader, DJ Gump, DJ Chump, constantly a pathological liar. What did I say? If they're breathing, they're what? Deceiving. You got it.
Khan. Real quick, this is Jeremiah chapter 13 and verse 23. It reads, can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. So that was to the brother's point, man. That's exactly why Iran is not gonna stop, man. That's exactly why they're not gonna stop, because you can't trust a liar, man.
And he's, as you always say, Esau Edom is a one-trick pony. Why the hell are they gonna back up and get? He talking about a 10-day fucking pause. Israel ain't took no pause. They bombing them as we speak, and bombing what Trump is threatening to bomb, the oil refineries, man, and all type of civilian targets, man. Read that again, Baba Gashar Salakia.
Khan. It reads, Jeremiah 13 and verse 23.
Yes, the last part.
It says, then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
How dare you say you want the Nobel Peace Prize? What? For what? What have you done to warrant peace? On the contrary, you're showing yourself to be the most violent president probably in history. You doing unprecedented shit, man. You know?
God.
You committing what we call war crimes. Blowing up civilian bridges, that's a war crime, man. How would you like it if they blew the fuck up the San Francisco bridge? These people would be up in arms. That would be the new 9/11.
Yep. Yep.
They blew up, you heard they blew up, Iran blew up the Brooklyn Bridge. That would be breaking news. War crimes.
Yeah.
But you could do that. Why can you do that? Because Bibi said you could. Bibi done set the precedent. Oh, Milikowski.
Real quick, Isaiah 48:22. There is no peace, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Quoted that earlier, yeah.
Khan, unto the wicked. Yeah, there's no peace unto the wicked, man. They speak wickedly concerning oppression. And these Babylonians never look at it from the other side. Okay? They only look at it from their side. But on social media, you're starting to witness that even Edomites are starting to condone the actions of their elites, man. Talking about how they side with Iran.
Well, that's the sentiment of the Edomite man. They're saying that they're not for the Iran war, but if we're gonna go to war, at least, hey, we gotta win it.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can't. Hey, it is what it is. Go down with the ship. You're an Edomite. This is your country. This is your nation. You know, go down with the ship. No, yeah, I really can't knock him for it.
Yeah.
You may not, you know.
Yeah.
He's the commander in chief. It's his way or the highway. You elected him. That's what you voted for. Go down with the ship, good or bad. Let the chips fall where they may. You know.
I can respect that. I can respect them going down with the ship. And let me finish off this. This is Isaiah 14:16. It reads, They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Because he started out saying, Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou fallen from heaven?
Mm-hmm.
So showing you that's talking about an actual man.
Mm-hmm.
And that man is a self-proclaimed white man. He's falling like lightning. He set himself up as the so-called voice of truth, you know?
Yeah.
The voice of reasoning and knowledge and enlightenment and superiority and, you know?
Yep. Yep.
Now he's seen as a goddamn buffoon. He's being shown to be the basest of men that he is. A base man. That does everything wrong.
Doing everything completely wrong.
Why? Because Yahweh, bring it back full circle, that hedge that was around him is being removed. Now these curses coming up on his ass. Deuteronomy 30:7. All the curses that was upon us, why did they come upon us? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai removed the hedge. He allowed Satan to get at us. Per Job. You know, that's an allegory for Yasharallah.
Khan.
He removed that hedge of protection. The same thing happening with Esau. Now, you know, now there's no more wisdom. Satan is reneging on him, you know?
Yeah.
AI's opposing him, you know?
That's it with that. You got anything you want to end it with? We got like I think five minutes.
I guess you over there playing fucking Tetris, I guess. I don't know what you over there doing in the phone. I thought, you know, you looking for something, Mark.
No, I got something. I was just asking.
You got it.
This is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 20. It reads, it says, and it Salakia, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel
shall no more stay upon him that smote him.
Khan.
These precepts got to be in you, man. Kind of, we downshifting because we about to wrap it up. But on another note, hey, we coming down to the wire, man. Whatever you've been storing up in your spiritual bank account, that's what you're going to have to rely on in the time to come. Because everything, as we were saying earlier, about to get locked down.
Yep.
The streets about to get locked down, the highways and the byways, the unicorn, you know? That's why it's good also to keep on you an actual physical sword. As we always say, things have vibrations. I know a lot of brothers ancestors sometimes get caught up in technology because it's more convenient, and you can go a lot more in depth. But it's good to also be, what they call the word, perverse, or at least know how to use the actual sword, man. Because we may be, the scriptures talk about the times that we're heading into Jacob's trouble, which we know we're at the door of it. Jeremiah 30:7, Daniel 12:1, 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra 16, Matthew 24, so on and so forth. We're entering into the time of Jacob's trouble, all hell breaking loose. But it also tells you that in those times, when all hell is breaking loose, because as I've always said, through the Spirit speaking as a man, I believe it's going to take time for Jacob's trouble to play out. Because we're already in Jacob's trouble. We've been in Jacob's trouble. But it takes time to starve and dwindle away and get drafted and all this, go to boot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The bodies to start to pile up, even though it ain't going to take that long. Because I was reading something, watching something about the accounts of World War I and World War II. Like they talked about the casualties. They said they're lying about the casualties, which it only makes sense if they keep attacking those military bases and hitting them fucking wherever them soldiers are hiding, because they're saying they hide in hotels and shit. So they're saying the casualties have to be way higher.
That's without a doubt.
But during World War I and World War II, during war, the first thing that's lost is the truth. And they hide the casualties, just like in Vietnam. They always hide, just like the job reports. So they're being underreported. You know, where was I going with that? I forgot. What was I saying before that? I was trying to explain something. I forgot. I done went all over the place.
You was talking about you were watching something. It's gonna take time for people to starve away in Jacob's trouble.
So the water, how much you mentioned, the water out. So basically, Jacob's trouble is gonna take time to fully plan out. The hour of temptation. Remember the scriptures talk about the hour of temptation when Esau makes that RFID microchip mandatory. You know, it's gonna take time, and in those times we're gonna be as pilgrims upon the earth. So these scriptures got to be in you first and foremost. The breakdowns, you know, this is the comforter, you know. You know, first and foremost, the key is the names, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai. You know, that's the key to unlock your mind. But he comes in the Yahweh Shai HaMashiach, what comes in the volume of the book. So again, it's good to have an actual sword, even though you may not have it. Who knows, you know? But I'm just saying, during Jacob, you might have no more time, bro. We're being fed, sustained. We have everything we want. What more are we gonna want? But you're not gonna see a brother, you know. You can't fuck all day, you know. You know what I'm saying? So reading, you know, ain't gonna be no TV, no fucking video game, you know.
That Book of Eli spirit.
It gonna slow down. So keep your sword and be immersed in your sword, man, which you should already be. You know, that if I'm making sense.
Yeah.
This is that's Sophia, man. Make love to Sophia. Remember your first love. All my sons. Yeah,
yep.
Moving in storage. Yeah, we about to
moving in storage. Well, hey, all my sons.
You gonna have to rely on what you got stored up in that storage unit.
Listen, man.
Which is your spiritual bank account, which is everything you've been sowing. You know.
Denzel meditated on the scriptures so much in the Book of Eli that he had the whole book memorized, man. You know. So the brother is absolutely right. So we're gonna close it out there. That's a perfect segue.
Did you finish reading what you was reading?
No, I didn't finish reading it. Hold on. I had it on the phone. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel..."
Not all of Israel. Because as it is written in Zechariah, 2 parts shall be cut off and die. During this second Exodus, everybody not going to make it of Israel. This time, 2/3 of Israel going to die here, man. Because they refuse to come out of this world. They love it here. They're going to die here. They're going to die the death of an Edomite. The Lord is only going to redeem a remnant, a cluster, a very small number of the chosen.
Facts. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel
what is the remnant? When you're dividing something, what's left over? The remainder.
Yep.
when you can't fully go into a number, you know, you have something called a remnant, and it's a very small number compared to the total, right?
Mm-hmm. And such as escape of the house of Jacob shall no more.
It tells you in Jeremiah 30:7, he shall be saved out of it. It is alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even, see, it's in us, not on us. It is even, especially those key scriptures. We ain't gonna be wondering what the hell is going on. We're gonna know in that time.
Mm-hmm.
We in the height of Jacob's trouble. This is the hour of temptation. This is the mark of the beast. If I take that shit, I'm gonna get destroyed per Revelation 14:9. That's why we got all the answers, Sway.
Mm-hmm.
We fully understand. We have the mind of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Facts.
That wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of the times and strength of salvation.
It reads, Jacob, it says, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them.
Salvation is only of the Jews.
But
They're the only ones that could be saved.
Khan. But shall stay upon the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Stay meaning trust. I trust all our eggs are in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. We don't know how, when, where, but we know some way, shape, or form Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to have mercy upon the remnant of the elect and protect them. And Adawan Ratazah, we be of that number. And that's why we're laboring, giving diligence, so that hedge of protection will not only come upon us, but our household.
The Holy One of Israel in truth.
The Holy One. Holy means separate. He ain't dealing with everybody. Surely Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is a power that hideth himself. He hides himself from the masses. He only reveals himself to a small remnant, an elect few, the servants, the prophets, per Amos.
The remnant shall return
That's why a man is about to be set on high. Not any old man, not any old YN, any old ninja. A man of the Lord is about to be set on high.
Mm-hmm.
We gonna be the high value men. We the high value men now.
Mm-hmm. The remnant shall return, even the remnant of Jacob, unto the mighty one of the mighty power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, so we're gonna end it there, man. We're gonna end it there, unless the brother got anything else he wants to add. So once again, we're gonna give all praises, honor, and glory to our power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash, and a sincere salutations to the hopeful elect Tabernacle of David, you Akim, pushing his truth to the four corners of the earth, and our truth, faith, and sincerity, and also a healthy shalom to the few Aqua that are listening and learning. Shalom, Israel.
Wa abad babo.
Kwam Yasharala. Shalom, Israel. Shalom.